What's up, guys, and welcome back to another video. Today's video we're focusing on Super Rugby, SA teams, Pro 14, all three in one video. There's been so much rumours over the past months of South Africa leaving to go play their rugby in Europe. So that's leaving Super Rugby because so much is currently happening right now. We've got the New Zealand Super Rugby tournament starting over in June. We've got the Australian one starting over in July. There's so much going on. There's talk of Sam Cane and Michael Hooper in discussions in order to try and remove South Africa from Super Rugby. There's now talk that 5 South African teams currently participating in Super Rugby, which we know they are going to an expanded Pro 14 competition, which would then therefore be the Pro 18. Now, there's so many mixed reactions on this one, and it's a tough one because I'm two ways about it. I think it's a great idea to develop us in Europe. The time zones, etc., will suit everyone better. New Zealand and Australasia that can then focus on the Trans-Tasman Cup as well as including the Pacific Island team. So there's a lot of good that could come from these two ways. But making the Pro 14 into the Pro 18, it's already going to be it's going to be just long. And Pro 14 is then going to be in the situation of what Super Rugby currently is. It's too long, it's confusing. The conference system, which it currently even has, it just confuses the whole part of the game. And I don't see it being a huge success. Um, I do feel South African teams that can't play in Super Rugby should join. Like whether you remove the Southern Kings or whether you create a new Cats equivalent of a team like when the Cats were the Cheetahs and the Lions, create something of the Griquas, the Falca, all the teams that you don't necessarily see within South Africa. Create something strong with the Kings and put them over in Europe and maybe add one more team to the competition. But for me, I don't see it becoming a Pro 18. I think South Africa and Europe is definitely going to happen in the future. It's what everyone's talking about. A lot of people want it. I mean, you go to professionals like Andrew Merton. He's never been keen the past few years on South Africa. So he would rather us stick to Europe and Australia and New Zealand and the Pacific Island teams can form something on their own basis, which is great because it gives Pacific Island teams an opportunity to get better and grow. We've seen so many moments in the sport where you introduce more rugby to the teams, Japan a good example, and then you see them produce into, they get stronger, they get more competitive, they cause upsets. So I feel that needs to happen, whether South Africa stay in the Southern Hemisphere or not, it needs to happen. And because more and more of this talk is coming about. I mean, I think we've read how many articles in the past week or two or three about South Africa leaving, and I think it's only a matter of time when we'll see what the future holds. Also, there's an article stating that New Zealand Rugby and the 5 New Zealand Super Rugby franchises are undertaking a review of New Zealand Super Rugby model to ensure the future success for teams and the competition on and off the field. Now, when I did that video the other day about like Sam Smith and Sam Cane and Michael Hooper, there was mixed reactions. A lot of New Zealand fans were saying, no, South Africa need to stick around, keep that rivalry going. Others say the opposite, South Africa must go, grow New Zealand. So I think everyone's in a two-way street, and I think, to be honest, we're getting fed up hearing all these rumor talks, all these articles. Let's get some facts. South Africa, SA Rugby need to do a statement on this and say we're thinking about it or we're moving forward. I know Russ is on a board. I know Roo is on a board. So they're definitely still there, and I think it could consider being big. Also, with the massive investment in the Pro 14 coming up, where they've taken 28 to 30% of the shares, it's just continuing to develop and grow so they can afford to do something like this. So it means more money and opportunity for South African rugby. Um, the things that are holding us back in Super Rugby is obviously broadcasting rights, with Super Sport and Sky being your main ones. It's there's a lot of complications within to try and get to where we could be and where we're gonna be in the future. But for now, I think it's heading towards that time where South Africa could indeed be leaving Super Rugby. Not right now, not next year, but maybe after the next World Cup. I think it's going to happen. For Six Nations, I don't see that happening yet. There's not enough evidence for me to make that statement. But Super Rugby, I can see falling apart, especially in this time that we're seeing different things happen. It's an opportunity to test. Let's see. For me personally, I want to create something. If we all go on our own, I want to evolve Curry Cup into a whole another level and make something good of it. There's so much opportunity within South Africa, and to me, we can focus on here and do something big about it. That's going to do it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you soon for another one. Be sure to let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below on this particular topic. I'm getting fed up of the articles now. I want actual stats. I want actual comments from these guys to tell us, is it happening or is it not? Thanks so much for watching, guys. Give it a like, subscribe, and I'll see you soon for another one. Stay safe and never give up. Cheers.